now here we are. Went to Advance to get an oil can the other day, and their piece of junk Chinese can, which would be nothing but headache, was like 12 to 15 bucks. And I got this one, which is made in the US. Hastings, Nebraska, made in the US. Imagine that. There we go. I was like, well, I'll pay a little more and get a good can. So I'm gonna throw some 520 in it, pull them plugs out, load the cylinders down, rotate the motor, and man, you can see where they've been cranking on that crank bolt. Look at that. And I will turn the motor and get the oil circulated. My guy's supposed to call me today about installing the motor. I'm going to pull the plugs now, sock the oil in the cylinders, rotate it, get it good and lubed. I don't want a dry start up. And new plugs, and we'll look at maybe doing the timing belt. If he'll throw it in for just not much, I'll get him to do it. And there's a couple other projects in the back. My neighbor's little trimmer there, and then father-in-law's tiller. So there we are. Alright guys, here's the plugs going in there. Of course, it's what it calls for. Gapped at 43 thousandths. I know NGK and everybody tells you you don't have to gap these plugs, but none of them are ever right, so I gapped them. I know they tell you no anti-seize, but I know how aluminum is, and I hate having to pull engines to take them to machine shop, so you do what you want to do on that. I'm not arguing with anybody about that. I'm doing this. Anti-seize, properly gapped, and a little bit less torque. I think it calls for 13 foot-pounds. So we'll probably do between 10 and 12. And it'll be fine. Alright guys, this is a J35, supposed to be Z2. I'm replacing the plugs. First thing, this one has the nuts on the posts. 10 millimeter, remove them. Show you this plug, how it works. So, on the coil pack, so push down on this tab, and then with your, I'll do it like this. I can't do it filming, but push down and just lift it up with your fingers like that. So I'll have my right hand like so. I'll push that in with my left hand and then straight up, and they come off. You know, these things get brittle over the years and will break easily, so be careful. So I'll get these off, show you the plugs. Alright, I got the lead removed, so I'll just gently rock it back and forth and pull out. I might even test the resistance on them, but they should be fine. And there's the plug you see down in there. Alright, 5/8 spark plug socket. We'll stick her down in the hole and pull that plug out that you see there. Just rock it back and forth easily. Alright, I got it broke loose. Now it's loose. And they got long leads on them. Alright, baby, focus. There we go. Not bad. Alright guys, got the goldenrod can all primed up with some 5W20. You see there. This particular can here has got the long enough hose to where it will reach in the cylinder. And I'll stick it in there and flood the cylinder with some lubricant. Do that to every one, and then I'll crank it, turn the engine assembly over to get it nicely lubricated. I don't know how long this engine's been setting or whatnot, but I'd say long enough. Alright, 5-6 squirts per cylinder is what I'm going to do. That's a good amount of oil to get it all lubricated. Alright, got the plug all gapped and lubed. I know it's not focusing on it, but spark plug socket to hold it in place. We'll just ease it down in there, and do not cross thread those bad boys. It's nice and easy. If you feel any resistance at all, stop. Keep your extension in the center of the hole. It'll ensure, a lot easier off the car obviously, but it will ensure you're getting a non-cross threaded deal. Alright guys, 130 inch-pounds, which is almost 11 foot-pounds. I think it calls for 13 foot-pounds, which I think is 156 inch-pounds. So 130. With anti-seize, they say back off, I think 20 to 30%, so it's about 11 pounds, 130 inch-pounds. I've tightened it snug by hand, and now we'll torque it over. There we are. Alright guys, got the coil pack, put some dielectric grease on there, on the outside and the inside, to where it'll slide easily over the plug. I've seen these coil packs rip out those the conductors in there. If you don't, they'll hang and just rip them off, so be careful. So I like to use a little dielectric grease, help lube it up. But you do what you want. Alright, got the coil pack all lubed up, dielectric grease. See the plug in there, we'll seat it on in. Bang, there you go. Put the nut on. I'll get the torque spec for that. I'll go on and torque it down, hook up the electric, and then we'll go cylinder by cylinder just to do it. Alright guys, got all the plugs replaced, properly torqued, coil packs, little dielectric grease lubed on them, everything torqued down and hooked back up. 6 to 7 shots of 5W20 in each cylinder. Now I'm going to turn the motor over, rotate the assembly. Let's see here. Several times to get everything lubed up, so when my guy does the first start up, we're good to go. My ratchet's about wore out. There we go. Alright.